holiday spirit at our schools.
A cookie challenge with interesting rules.
A benefit concert got lots of applause.
And rock the socks for a great cause.
All this and more.
Up next on Eagle Watch. Hello, Hot Dog, and welcome to this year's holiday edition of Eagle Watch. Alongside Josie Thody, I'm Matt Robbins.
For our first story, we saw Hauppauge students come together to raise money for hurricane relief as coordinated by Kevin B. Jamie and I went to the concert to find out more.
On October 6th, a benefit concert for victims of recent hurricanes was held at the high school. We asked some of the performers what was happening at the event.
So pretty much our main goal was to help families near and afar, and I worked hand in hand with Miss Farrar, who was a big help in organizing this big event, and we kind of brought in a whole bunch of different performers, a whole different acts, some of Hauppauge's best, to put on a nice show for the community, bring everyone together, and kind of in order to raise the most money we could possible.
So it's raising money for all the places that were hit with hurricanes recently.
We asked the performers what songs they sang at the concert.
I performed All I Ask by Adele, Vienna by Billy Joel, and This Town by Niall Horan.
I sang 1,000 Years by Christina Perri.
I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you.
I performed a song that I wrote called Stay.
The first one I did a duet with my good friend Megan. We sung Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol, and then solo I sung How to Save a Life by The Fray.
I sang The Life I Never Led from Sister Act and Chasing Pavements.
I performed, it's a really old song, was a mashup of old songs, of Tattoo and No One.
No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling for you.
We asked performers how this event impacts others.
Its main goal was to raise money for others in terms of Friends and Families is the local organization, so we're trying to raise money for the community in that way. And then also with the recent hurricanes that occurred, it left many devastated, so we're trying to kind of split the profits and give money to the local organization as well as some organizations in some of the different states that got affected by the hurricane.
It just brings everyone together.
Well, all the money collected will be donated to help those from the hurricane.
The concert had a great turnout and raised lots of money for victims of the hurricanes. Signing off from Eagle Watch, I'm Jamie Sark.
Hauppauge student Dan Pinero traveled to Sayville Elementary School in effort to promote diabetes awareness. Jack Ford has more.
Today, I'm at Lincoln Avenue Elementary School in Sayville, where Hauppauge High School student Dan Pinero is educating students a little more on type 1 diabetes. What is being presented here today?
Dan Pinero is presenting to elementary school students regarding diabetes awareness.
Creating awareness of what it is like to live with diabetes and sensitize our children.
How did this fundraiser come about?
I was diagnosed 2 years ago, and since I was diagnosed, I immediately wanted to get involved in trying to find a cure. So I went through JDRF, which is an amazing organization that led me along this path where now I'm doing advocacy.
The program's about a campaign that Dan was involved with over the summer. So Sayville Public Schools contacted me and asked if he could present that information to their students.
What do you hope to do here today?
I hope to educate the elementary schoolers about what type 1 diabetes is, the differences, and how they can get involved and help find a cure.
We hope to bring awareness to diabetes and allow younger children to have more of an understanding of what it's about.
Making a connection, he's a real person, he's a real human being, and developing a relationship in a very brief amount of time.
How has diabetes affected your life?
It's really a daily thing. Even from waking up, I have to test my blood sugar, and I always have to count my carbs. It's always there, whether I want it to be or not, and it's a big part of my life.
How does this help spread awareness?
Getting students involved at a very young age gives them awareness, also gives them sensitivity and a deeper understanding.
To help young children understand what is a disability, and as Dan repeated again and again, there's nothing I can't do.
Following his presentation, Dan made his way back to Sayville to be the guest of honor in their JDRF Diabetes Walk.
Today is the JDRF 5K walk for Lincoln Avenue Elementary School.
What is the significance of this event?
I think it obviously raises a lot of awareness about T1D, and it gets the community involved, which helps JDRF and T1D as a whole and works towards that cure.
For us, it is part of our Abilities Awareness Unit, and this year we have had the privilege of having Dan come to our school and be kind of like the spokesman for us, and it puts a face to the disease, and it allows the kids to fundraise for the cause.
Do you plan on doing this annually?
I would love to. And I'd love to keep in touch with Dan and see how he can help us with that, because it's a fabulous event and he's a fabulous guy.
We had a great time coming along with Dan to spread awareness on type 1 diabetes. Dan continues to go to more places and spread awareness about the disease. Signing out for Eagle Watch, I'm Jack Ford.
Congratulations, Dan. Now it's time to take a look back at this year's production of Our Town. Jamie has more.
On October 20th and 21st, Hauppauge High School students put on the production Our Town. We spoke to the actors to see what the show is about.
I play one of the stage managers.
I also play one of the stage managers.
I play Emily Webb.
I play Mr. Doc Gibbs. And I play George Gibbs, his son.
I play Wally Webb.
The show follows two families and their journey through life, through marriage and death and falling in love.
The first act, you learn about the relationships in the town and the life in the town, and you get to learn more about the characters.
Yeah, it's about a small town, two families and two kids that fall in love, and about how we should savor every moment, because life's just too short.
The second act, you learn about the love of George and Emily. And that's very nice, and they get married, and it's fun.
It's about appreciating every moment in life, no matter how small or unimportant it may seem.
Third act is really where you get the message. You need to appreciate life while you live it, because when it's all over, you never take in everything that happened.
We asked the performers what the rehearsal process consisted of and what the audience could take from the show.
Well, we worked on our characters, trying to develop how we wanted to say our certain monologues, and we would work with scene partners and how we can improve every detail of the scene, and we'd block different scenes.
We did a lot of work responding to the audience and how to keep them engaged.
We worked with actually listening to our scene partners and genuinely reacting to what they're doing on stage.
I think the audience should be dang, I need to appreciate my life.
They can take home the memory of a great time they had.
The students did a great job performing Our Town. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Jamie Sark.
We really have some talented students around Hauppauge. Now let's throw it over to Kenny, who took a trip to the middle school to check out their Spirit Night.
What's up, Eagle Watch? I'm here at Hauppauge Middle School's annual Spirit Night. The students are split into two teams and compete in a series of events in hope to prove their color's dominance. What's going on here tonight?
Spirit Night! Spirit Night! This is our annual Spirit Night. It's an opportunity for the kids to come together, play a lot of silly, goofy games. We do a little bit of rooting of the blue versus the white, and at the end we will do a little fundraising for Care and Share to help out some families in our community.
I'm actually just here watching since I know it's halftime.
What team you guys think's gonna win?
White! I think the white team, because I'm part of it.
White is right. I mean, obviously.
Blue. Definitely the blue. We're grinding to victory.
Blue.
What was your favorite day in Spirit Week?
My favorite day of Spirit Week probably was yesterday, the sports day, because I really like sports.
Oh, my favorite is always Pajama Day. And this year it was great. Pajama Day right after Thanksgiving vacation. Whoever came up with that idea, it worked out really well as far as I'm concerned.
My favorite day was Pajama Day just because of how comfortable I was during that time.
Pajama Day.
Oh no, actually I like Pajama Day.
The middle schoolers had a great time at Spirit Night. The blue team ended up taking the win in this close matchup. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Kenny Gardner.
Hauppauge students show their spirit in many ways. This year, the Chamber Choir shared it with some senior citizens in our community. Tyler has the story.
Every year, the Chamber Choir and Select String goes to the Arbors to give back to the community and perform holiday favorites. I was there to check it out. How did Chamber and Orchestra get involved in this event?
This event started before I was even here, so about 15 years ago, it was already the chorus. The chorus at the time was already singing over at the State Building, and they had a small orchestra ensemble. So throughout the years, it's gotten larger. Select Strings has gotten involved, and it's more students, and then the Chamber Choir. So it's been going on for a long time.
What's it like watching students interact with seniors in the community?
Well, I absolutely love it. I think it's good for both the seniors in the community and for the students. I don't think students get to interact with the senior generations and have the kind of perspective that these older folks would have throughout the community, and I think it's a very positive thing. And I think it's also good for the senior citizens to be exposed to the younger students and be in touch with the younger generation.
How do you prepare for this event?
it's a long, long process.
The Select String Ensemble meets regularly, so we work on the music together, and then we'll set up some rehearsals with the chamber choir, so we'll all work together before we come here, and then we finally get to go to the State Building and play for the community.
What is your favorite part of this event?
My favorite part is just singing for everyone and seeing the smiles on their faces.
I love to just have a good time.
I like that we get to sing with the orchestra too.
You know, while I'm playing the piano, it's nice to listen to them sing the a cappella ones. Especially, I like Noel this time. It was a lot of fun.
I thought it was a good time here. I thought it was very successful. The orchestra was great.
What is your favorite song to perform?
I'd say holiday favorites.
That's a tough one. I have two, holiday favorites and Frosty.
Holiday favorite. Mine's probably the Hallelujah chorus. Carol of the Bells. Carol of the Bells.
O come, Emmanuel.
Oh God. I like Noel.
Carol of the Bells.
I like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I'd say Carol of the Bells or Innkeeper.
It was a great performance by our music department. The senior citizens definitely had a great time. Signing off for Eagle Watch, I'm Tyler Garnett.
Hey Matt, do you know all of Santa's reindeer?
Rudolph?
Is that it? Jobin run around to test the students' Christmas knowledge.
Ho, 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 it's time for another holiday riddle. I went around the school to ask people if they knew Santa's reindeer. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer?
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Vixen, and Rudolph.
Yeah, we got Rudolph, Prancer, Dancer, Dixon, Comet, Cupid, Blanson, something like that.
Well, Rudolph, obviously. Blitzen. Blitzen, that right? I should know this one better. Dasher, Prancer, Donner. It's like 6.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph.
So there's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, and reindeer. Rudolph.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph.
No.
Dasher,
Dancer,
Prancer,
Vixen,
Comet,
Cupid,
Donner,
Blitzen,
Rudolph.
Dasher's one. Prancer, is that one, right? Nixon, maybe? Cupid, that's one. Connor.
Wow, it looks like people in Hot Pot are really in the holiday spirit. Signing off for Eagle Watch, I'm Joey Santos.
Eagle Watch is a new segment where we are heading out to get to know our teachers a little better. Here's Antonia with Getting to Know You.
Hi guys, today I got to sit down with teachers in the English and Social Studies department. Let's go learn more about them. What subject do you teach?
I teach English here at Huppog High School.
I teach social studies, and specifically I teach college sociology, IB theory of knowledge, and also I teach economics and personal finance.
I teach English 9 through 12.
Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I think at the time I made the decision, I was actually working at a law office, writing like legal briefs, and it didn't feel like me, and so I just wanted something more, and teaching seemed to be an opportunity that was there, so I kind of went out on a limb and took a gamble, and it turned out that I really liked it. So
I decided to become a teacher because I love interacting with young adults, helping them get the skills to become better citizens, particularly being lifelong learners. I always tell my students I'm learning all the time. I learn from everybody each day.
Because I like the population so much, I love teenagers and I like to work with them.
What is your favorite part of your job?
I think the the best part is when a student doesn't understand something and then you explain it and you hear the kid go, oh.
I love getting to know students, what they do outside of school. I'm passionate about what I do.
My favorite part of the job is that light bulb moment when you speak to a student and their eyes light up with knowledge.
What is one life lesson you could share with students?
Learn from others and know that your perspective is right and true to you, but there are also other perspectives that are right and true to other people.
I'm going to defer to perhaps my favorite literary character, Atticus Finch. So never judge a person until you metaphorically walk a mile in their shoes, you know? So I think that just speaks towards having, general compassion for other human beings.
That this is only high school, everything will be just fine.
What is your favorite way to relax?
So when I do get home, after I see my kids, at nighttime I like to just kind of like cuddle up with a good book. And also, very surprisingly, I play bocce, and I love bocce.
I have my children, my twins. I also have 3 horses.
I got a few, but the two best ones, video games and weightlifting.
Well, the teachers here at Hot Pog seem to really enjoy their jobs. Reporting from Eagle Watch, I'm Antonia Dixon.
Horses, who knew?
That's pretty cool.
Another cool thing around the high school is stage crew. Leland took us behind the scenes to find out more.
Hello, Eagle Watch. This is Leland Trantham. Today we're checking out Stage Crew, the people who work behind the scenes on all the plays. Let's go check it out. But what do you do in Stage Crew?
Well, I'm the advisor for the crew, so anything that does happen in the auditorium, I or the stage crew are responsible for. So again, all the concerts, the musicals, the dramas, the running of the auditorium, so making sure the lights work, making sure the curtains work, making sure the band shell's up and running, making sure we have the right number of seats for the kids to perform on, and in any way just back up the teachers in any way that they need help.
We all kind of do a little bit of everything. So I've been the student technical director of our shows. I've been a soundboard operator. I've been a lighting board operator, and I've been on running crew, and I've been the stage manager and assistant stage managers for productions.
I yell, I give hugs, I pick people up, pick things up, and I normally just listen to whatever boss says.
The role of stage crew is just to help out the actors and put on a good performance and just have everything come together as one and just pick up things and, have fun, I guess, so, and build things, I don't know.
How long have you been in Stage Crew, and what brought you to Stage Crew?
I've been in Stage Crew since the second week of school, and my friends actually told me that I should join Stage Crew because they think I like it, which I do.
I've been a stage crew since it started. I'm a freshman, so since second week of school. And I didn't really want to be a part of the drama, in the cast, so I thought, hey, why not do stage crew? So, yeah.
What would you say to convince a student to join Stage Crew?
Well, there's a lot of fun here. There's a lot of work here. If being anywhere physically motivated, somebody who is mechanically inclined would definitely want to join this club, or join the crew. For the aspect of the things that we do around here, if you look around, there's a lot of things that are to here in the theater, from putting the band shell up to, like I said, building the sets, designing the sets. The kids can do all that. So anybody who's interested in a technical end or a mechanical end or an architectural end would want to join the stage crew.
Wow, that seems really fun. I hope all the new people are interested in joining and staying. See you next time. Eagle Watch. This is Leland Trantham reporting out.
Hey Josie, do you have a sick ride?
No, Matt, I failed my road test. But Jacob went around to see some students who decked out their cars for the holidays.
Hello, Hotbog. Today I am here outside of Hotbog High School in the senior parking lot, where I came to talk to Dan and Catherine about their festive cars in this segment of Hotbog Hot Rods Holiday Edition. What kind of car do you have?
The kind of car I have is a Toyota FJ Cruiser.
What makes your car so special?
My car is special because I stopped making them in 2014.
How many miles per gallon?
I get around 17 miles per gallon on a good day.
What did you do to make your car festive for the holiday season?
So I put a wreath on the back of my car, and I also put some lights on the top.
What cool features does your car have?
My car is a steel bumper with a bottle opener on the front.
What is the name of your car?
I call it a tank.
What kind of car do you have?
A Nissan Altima.
What makes your car so special?
Because I decked it out for Christmas with the 2 antlers on the roof.
What special features does your car have?
It's from 2007. It has nothing, Jake. It has brakes that don't work in the snow. Oh, it doesn't have a mirror. It doesn't have a passenger side mirror.
What's the name of your car? It's all going in.
It's Corey.
How many miles per gallon?
27.
What did you do to make your car festive for the holiday season?
I put antlers on it and I put a bow on the mirror.
Clearly, the students at Hauppauge High School have some really hot rods. That's all the time we have for this edition of Hauppauge Hot Rods. See you next time. Signing off for Eagle Watch, I'm Jacob Hope.
That's a nice way to show some holiday spirit.
It really is. In other news, Lauren gives us a look at what our student council's up to.
I stayed after school today to learn more about student council. Let's go see what they're up to. Describe to me what student council is responsible for.
Student council is the student body, government body in the school district. We are in charge of all fundraising approvals that take place here in the school or on school grounds. We do a lot of fundraising that focuses to them so that we buy gift cards and whatnot for families in need at the holidays.
When does student council meet?
We meet every Monday in Mrs. Lacerdo's room, which is 267.
Why would you encourage students to attend these meetings?
This is a great way for students to know what's going on in the school, what fundraisers are happening, what field trips are happening, who's involved.
What is your favorite part of being a student council advisor?
I've been doing this for quite a while now, and I think for me, the best part is the interaction with students on a weekly basis, especially being able to interact with students who aren't in my classes. I think for us as well, one of the best parts is actually encouraging our peers to get involved in student activities, and we've seen greater increase over the years in teachers participating in spirit days and administration participating in those events as well, which is it's fun for us, but I think it's fun for students as well.
Well, my favorite thing is working with Mrs. Pendleton. And pretty much all the same things that she said. It's nice for us to have a pulse on what's going on and know really a lot of different kids and a lot of the different functions that I probably wouldn't know were happening.
Why did you decide to become a student council officer?
When I was a freshman, there was older kids and they just encouraged me to join more clubs than I did, and then I just stuck with it and now we're here.
My sophomore year, I ended up getting elected into the class position, and I thought student council was a great way to further my involvement.
Well, I kind of wanted to just take a larger part in the community and in the school, so I figured how else to do that but student council.
Last year, I decided to go to Mrs. Lacerdo's room just to hang out, and one day I saw that she was having the student council going on, and I was like, this looks like a lot of fun, and then I decided I'm going to do this next year and be more involved.
I really wanted to become more involved in the school, and the student council takes part in everything that Hauppauge does.
Define student council in one word.
Helpful.
Connecting.
Interesting.
Unifying.
Involved.
Student council seems to be working hard. Reporting from Eagle Watch, I'm Lauren Romita.
Thanks, Lauren. We had a special guest come down to our studio when Maddie got to sit down with Miss Probst.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Probst, and welcome to the Eagle Watch studio. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved in the education field?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me here at Eagle Watch today, Maddie. So I entered education as a school counselor originally. And I came upon the field of school counseling as my chosen field. Because when I was in college, I had the opportunity to work primarily with high school students in a couple of capacities. So the first, I was an SAT and an ACT teacher for the Princeton Review, so I taught prep courses for high school students.
I also worked in the admissions office at American University where I attended, reading students' applications. So I got to see high school students go through the college application process through a couple of lenses. And I realized that the process of students deciding what they do after high school is so important. So that led me to choose the field of school counseling so that I could work with students in that capacity. So I did that for a number of years, working as a high school counselor. And then eventually I became a director of counseling and then a high school assistant principal. And that was the job I had most recently before I got to come here to Hauppauge.
As an assistant to the superintendent at Hauppauge Schools, what are your responsibilities?
Sure. So as assistant to the superintendent for educational services and student outcomes, I work with all of our school counselors K through 12. And it's a little bit unique in Hauppauge because we have counselors in all 5 of our schools. So in each of the 3 elementary schools, and then the middle school, and then as well as here at the high school. So I get to work with each of the counselors at those levels on the work that they do with students. And a lot of our work is focusing on working with students surrounding their opportunities after they leave high school. I also do some work with student data, so looking at student achievement data and figuring out how we can look at student results on different achievement measures to figure out how we can improve the educational experience overall to help students do better on those achievement measures.
We understand that you are involved with a program that brings awareness to college opportunities for all students. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program?
Sure. So you may have heard last year about some college visit opportunities. I don't know, did you get to go on any of the trips? You did. That was sort of the start of something that we're continuing and carrying forward this year. And the thought behind a program like the College Visitation Program is that, we want students to see colleges earlier than they might have previously. And so to that end, last year 8th graders visited 2 college campuses and 10th graders visited 3 college campuses. This year, in a couple of weeks, all the 7th graders are going to be visiting St. John's University. So they'll be going on a school day to visit the campus at St. John's to take a campus tour, and they're going to attend a women's basketball game at St. John's that day. Thought being that, by introducing students as early as grade 7 to this is what a college campus looks like, we can get them excited about that idea, and building that excitement helps students connect the work they're doing every day in school to the eventual goal of attending college. So certainly continuing with the visits that happened for 8th graders last year and visits like the one you went on for 10th graders. And then the goal is to expand that program as well and have maybe even some other more tailored trips for groups of students to see different groups of colleges. Something else we're working on that's related to the college visits is going to be the school day ACT. And that's coming up for juniors in February. And that's something I'm really excited about because February is pretty early for 11th graders to have sat for an official ACT. So you'll have official scores. And the school district is covering the registration costs for every single 11th grader for that test. So that's something that is a really great opportunity. And I certainly would encourage you and everyone to prep and practice for that test so that you're ready for it when you walk in that day.
That is amazing.
I think so too.
We understand you're a Hauppauge alumni.
I am.
So what changes have you seen throughout the years?
Oh, sure. So, there's a lot of really new and exciting stuff happening at Hauppauge that wasn't here when I was here. So new programs and courses, more AP courses than when I was here. The IB program was not here when I was a student. So those are some big changes. Things like turf football field, that wasn't here. Eagle Watch, no Eagle Watch when I was here. But there's a lot that's the same too. So Hauppauge is the same generous, welcoming, and friendly community that it was many years ago. So it's been really nice to return.
That's nice. What is one thing that you could tell us that nobody would know about you?
I am currently enrolled in a doctoral program. So I am 2.5 years into a 3-year program. And I attend Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. So every 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, I get on a plane and go to Nashville, Tennessee for the weekend, and I take class at Vanderbilt.
That's a lot of traveling.
It is. In 2.5 years, I've been to Nashville for class 46 times.
Wow. Yeah. Mrs. Probst, thank you for joining us today. We wish you a successful school year.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Welcome to Hauppauge, Ms. Probst. Now here's Vinny with a fun segment called the Cookie Challenge.
Hi, I'm Vinny Visto. Last year we did the Cup Challenge. This year we're back with more challenges, starting off with the Cookie Challenge. Steve, what went wrong out there?
I didn't use my face muscles to their advantage.
The cookie slipped. It wasn't my fault.
You know, I blame it on Vinny Visto. You know, I really thought I was going to pull this one out, but he gave me a defective cookie.
I'm here so I don't get...
It's all in the Chips Ahoy.
A lot of things. Too many things. I think I almost had it. Obviously, I lost it there towards the end. And yeah. But, so you can always try again.
Quill, what was the strategy out there?
I thought that I could use each face muscle individually and gradually make the cookie slide down my face, cheek, and then into my mouth.
Brian, what went wrong out there?
The eyebrows were, you know, it was a hard effort, but next time we'll get it. Next time.
Hey Matt, were you at Rock the Sox this year?
Actually, I was supporting the cause by playing on the field with my team. Tyler has more.
Rock the Sox was born after Mackenzie's birth. It was around a month and a half when she was in the NICU at Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital. And we had a real issue with keeping the bandages on her hands and feet. She was born missing the skin on her hands and feet. And in order for her to heal, she needed to keep her bandages on. We spent probably 10 hours of our day bandaging Mackenzie. A nurse said, you know, I remember a family and they use socks to keep the bandages on. Maybe you guys should try that. So we went out that night to a bunch of different stores. We bought probably 3 dozen pairs of socks, and we went back to the hospital the next morning, bandaged Mackenzie, found a pair of socks that we thought would work, and her bandages stayed on for the first time for about a 10-hour period. And that was really the start of Rock the Sox.
It became a fashion statement.
It became a fashion statement.
And a lot more. It symbolizes not only, you know, what Mackenzie has gone through, it symbolizes strength for a lot of people. So.
The Rock the Sox campaign is spreading awareness about epidermolysis bullosa. The Hot Pot community has been supporting Rock the Sox, and the support has been rapidly increasing.
So today it's called the Rock the Sox. It's our second annual. As Coach said, one of our former players in the community, his daughter was born with a rare disease called epidermolysis bullosa, or easily known as EB. So they're going to go through a bone marrow transplant that's going to cost them about $200,000 out of pocket. So Coach Smell has preached that, you know, once part of the family, always part of the family. So we want to try to support one of the family members by giving back and raffling off items, you know, just a fun event for the community to raise some money.
Can you tell us a little bit about the disease?
So Mackenzie was born with a very rare genetic skin disorder. It's called epidermolysis bullosa, EB. It's very rare. It's found in 6 births per million annually in the world. and her disease has a very grim prognosis.
Tell us a little bit about this event.
It grew when we had the football game last year. That was the first annual Rock the Sox football game. And that was just born from the HOPOC teachers and the football team wanting to do something to help Mackenzie. And so they had the football game last year, and they made, a good amount of money for her trust fund. And it allowed us to start to consider, an experimental bone marrow transplant as a treatment for her.
The Rock the Sox campaign is continuing to touch the hearts of many people, and the HOPOC community continues to show great support. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Tyler Garnett.
Well, HOPOG, that's all the time we have for this show. But don't worry, another show will be coming very soon.
Alongside Matt Robbins, I'm Josie Thody. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays.
Hello, HOPOG, and welcome to this year's edition. Holiday edition.
Off to a bed start.
Prices going up. I had it. HOPOG student Dan Pinero traveled to Sayville Elementary School. Antonia has more.
That's a nice way to show some holiday spirit.
It really is.
It really is.
Oh, stop.
Connor, stop.
Don't worry. Come back. And we'll...
Happy holidays.